The stage is set and the curtain is rising for another Formula One Grand Prix. We're expecting close fights up and down the field today, so hold on tight, we're moments away from lights out. There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best, of course, at turn 1, and then another soon after into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into that tight left-hander of turn 10. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Perez, George Russell, and Fernando Alonso. Ocon, Bottas, Gasly, and Yuki Tsunoda. Magnussen, Norris, Mick Schumacher, and Vettel. Albon, Joe, Daniel Ricciardo, and Lance Stroll. Latifi and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. Anthony Davidson will be sharing his insight alongside me once again today. What should we be looking out for, Ant? Can we begin by having a chat about Charles Leclerc?
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? I'm also looking forward to seeing the different strategies in play today. Those who are starting on the red mark soft tyre are going to have a little bit more grip early on, but they have to make it count before that degradation starts to set in.
Lap is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Okay, shoes behind you now. Our gap behind is 1.0 seconds. They're on fresh softs. You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens. Ahead of you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:36.6. Okay, so you're gaining by around 0.6 a lap. Ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 0.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Time last lap was a 1:36.5. You're closing by 0.4 a lap. Keep it going. On Vettel, they seem to have an issue. Currently P11, currently P11. Gasly's ahead of you. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. Vettel's behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. They've got some kind of mechanical problem. Our gap to first place is 9.5 seconds. Okay, your pit window opens in 9 laps time. Bottas is ahead of you now. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. We think they've got 1 more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:37.4. 1.2 seconds advantage per lap. Keep going. Ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 7.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got 1 more stop. The last lap time was a 1:35.5. They're pulling away from us at a rate of 1.8 seconds a lap. Give it everything. Okay, clear. Okay, gap ahead is 6.4 seconds. Ocon ahead, and gap to the car in front is 4.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got 1 more stop. Time last lap was a 1:35.8. 1.2 seconds advantage per lap. Keep going.
We have damage. Oh, what is he doing?
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. understood. Stopping this lap. Charles is in the pits. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. You're currently in P10. Lando ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 1.9 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards and Schumacher's behind you. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 3.2 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, gap to leader, 15.9 seconds. Pit window will be open in 17 laps time. Pit window opens in 17 laps. And that's 49 laps to go. Safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature. Remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. D for a new strategy option. Copy. Damage, recommend you box for a new one. Box now. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. P5, you're in P5. It's Hamilton ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Russell behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. The distance to the leader is 4.7 seconds. Your pit window will open in 14 laps time. And that's 46 laps to go. Gap ahead is 1.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 35.5. This is excellent stuff. You're closing in by 7/10 a lap. Is ahead of you, less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, so gap to the leader is 5.7 seconds. Pit window opens in 12 laps time. 12 laps. Okay, 44 laps to go. available on the MFD. Copy that. Ahead, and gap to the car in front is 8.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:34.1. Okay, you're dropping back by around 1.4 seconds. Ahead of you now. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 7.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 8 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:34.2. And you're closing by 0.4 a lap. Keep it going. Behind you, and the gap behind us is 2.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 8 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:35.0. Ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 7.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:34.5. We're gaining by around 0.2 per lap. Keep going. seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:34.5. We're gaining by around 2/10 per lap. Keep going. Behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 5.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:35.4. You're in second place, and gap to the car in front is 7.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Hamilton behind you now. Our gap behind is 5.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs, and that's 6 laps until your pit window's open. 38 laps to go. Ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 7.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 12 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The last lap time was a 1:34.6. We're gaining by around 2/10 per lap. Keep going. they're on old softs. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 7.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. Okay, there are 35 laps left in this race. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. Charles is in for his stop now. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Charles is behind you now, and the gap behind us is 17.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Time last lap was a 1 minute 33.7. That was a good turn in there, mate. That's earned us a decent pit stop time. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Understood, copy that. We're in second place. Okay, gap ahead is 10.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Hamilton's behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 11.0 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Look after these tyres now and we're going to finish the race on this compound. Okay, 30 laps till the end now. Charles ahead of you now, and gap to the car in front is 10.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1:33.9. gap to the car ahead is 10.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 33.8. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Behind. Our gap behind is 13.2 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:34.8. Charles ahead of you now. Our gap to the car in front is 9.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 8 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 33.7. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. clear green flag. Charles ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 9.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 11 laps old now. Your last lap time was a 1:33.9. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Tyre condition still looking good. The front wing's damaged. Expect a lot of understeer unless we replace it. Tyre condition still looking good. that in P2. And gap to the car in front is 9.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Hamilton's behind you now. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 20.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 21 laps to go. Ahead of you now. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 8.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. They've done 14 laps on those tyres now. Time last lap was a 1 minute 33.9. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Old mediums. Okay, they've done 15 laps on those tyres, and the time last lap was a 1:33.8. Right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Charles ahead of you now. Okay, gap ahead is 9.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 19 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 33.6. All right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Roger that, soft tyres at the next pit stop. That's Hamilton behind, and the gap behind us is 25.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They've done 21 laps on those tyres. Time last lap was a 1:34.1. Fastest lap is at 1:33.0. front is 7.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 24 laps old. The car ahead has damaged the front wing, but it seems fairly minor. So the time last lap was a 1:34.4. Okay, so you're gaining by 8 tenths. 8 tenths. Ahead of you now. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 6.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, they've done 25 laps on their tyres. Car ahead has some minor front wing damage, but it's currently maintaining its pace. Last lap time was a 1:34.5. 1.2 seconds advantage per lap. Keep going. Ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 6.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. They've done 26 laps on those tyres. The car ahead has some front wing damage, but it's not losing too much pace yet, just be aware. Time last lap was a 1:33.8. This is great stuff. We're gaining by 3 tenths a lap. Good work. Ahead of you now. Okay, gap ahead is 5.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 27 laps old. Car ahead has some minor front wing damage, but it's currently maintaining its pace. And the time last lap was a 1:34.2. Okay, so you're gaining by around 6 tenths a lap. ahead, and gap to the car in front is 5.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. Okay, they're on 28-lap old tyres. The car ahead has some front wing damage, but it's not losing too much pace yet, just be aware. The last lap time was a 1:33.7. Okay, we're dropping back by around 4/10 a lap. Give it everything you got. At this point in time is a 1:32.9. No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of it. Charles ahead of you now. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 4.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. The car ahead has damaged the front wing, but it seems fairly minor. Time last lap was a 1:33.7. This is great stuff. We're gaining by 0.3 a lap. Good work. Okay, we can take you this lap. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. laps of fuel remaining. Second place, you're in second place. Our gap to the car in front is 27.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Hamilton's behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 3.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Come on, just 3 laps to go. 3 laps. Behind is 3.6 seconds. Got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
P1.
Let's go! Let's go! Come on! That's exactly how we should start a season. Come on! 1-2, baby! 1-2! Yeah!
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
That's a fantastic team effort then to secure victory here in the desert. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari. Let's have a quick look at how the drivers' standings have changed. And with today's impressive result, Charles Leclerc steps into the championship lead. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Carlos Sainz would be my first choice for this race. He had excellent race stamina, giving him the opportunity to charge through the ranks.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari take the lead at the top of the table. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.